There are places on this planet that seem too incredible to be real. Places hidden from the crowds that few people ever get the chance to see. So extraordinary that the first time you look at them, you begin to question whether they truly exist. For centuries, explorers have searched the world for the unknown, pushing beyond the familiar in pursuit of something extraordinary. And even today, there are still locations that continue to surprise, amaze, and challenge everything we think we know about our planet. We're traveling to some of the most unbelievable places on Earth, destinations that seem impossible, mysterious, and completely unlike anything you've seen before. Some are hidden in plain sight, others are so remote that reaching them is an adventure of its own. But as incredible as the places you're about to see may be, the final destination stands in a category of its own. So, stay with us until the end. Because what you're about to witness proves that Earth is far stranger, far more beautiful, and far more extraordinary than most people could ever imagine. Let's begin. Imagine standing beneath thousands of giant stone pillars rising straight into the clouds, so incredible that they inspired the floating mountains in the movie Avatar. Welcome to Zhangjiajie National Forest Park, one of the most breathtaking landscapes on Earth. Located in the province of Hunan, this extraordinary park is home to more than 3,000 towering sandstone pillars, some reaching over 200 meters into the sky. Over millions of years, wind, rain, and erosion slowly carved these massive rock formations into the surreal landscape we see today. When morning mist drifts through the valleys, the pillars appear to float above the clouds, creating a scene that looks more like an alien world than somewhere on Earth. The park is also home to dense forests, rare wildlife, and one of the most spectacular viewing experiences in Asia. For visitors, every trail reveals another unbelievable viewpoint, proving that nature can create wonders beyond imagination. Would you dare walk among these floating mountains? Imagine discovering a giant hole in the earth so massive that it hides an entire forest deep underground. Welcome to Tian坑, also known as the Heavenly Pit, one of the most extraordinary natural wonders in China. From above, it looks like a gigantic crater carved into the landscape. But once you descend into its depths, an entirely different world begins to appear. The sinkhole plunges hundreds of meters below the surface, creating its own unique ecosystem. Hidden inside are ancient trees, rare plants, and wildlife that have remained isolated for generations. Thick mist often drifts through the massive walls, making the landscape feel like a scene from a Lost World adventure movie. Scientists believe these enormous sinkholes were formed over millions of years as underground rivers slowly dissolved the limestone beneath the ground. Today, Tian坑stands as one of Earth's most incredible geological wonders, a secret world hidden in plain sight. And looking into its depths, it's easy to understand why many people call it the gateway to another world. Would you dare explore this hidden world beneath the earth? Imagine a place that looks like the world's largest desert, But instead of endless sand, it's filled with thousands of crystal-clear lagoons. Welcome to Lençóis Maranhenses, one of the most surreal landscapes on Earth. Stretching across hundreds of square kilometers, its brilliant white dunes resemble giant waves frozen in time. Yet every year, something incredible happens. As seasonal rains arrive, water collects between the dunes, creating thousands of turquoise and emerald lagoons that seem to appear out of nowhere. From the sky, the landscape looks like a dream, a maze of sparkling pools surrounded by endless white sand. Scientists say this phenomenon is unique on Earth, making Lençóis Maranhenses unlike any desert you've ever seen. For a few months, each year, visitors can swim in these temporary lagoons before they slowly disappear again beneath the scorching sun. It's a place so extraordinary that many people believe the images must be edited. But this hidden wonder is completely real. If you could spend one day here, would you dive into the crystal blue lagoons or explore the endless dunes? Imagine waking up on top of a giant stone pillar, hundreds of meters above the ground, surrounded by clouds. Welcome to Meteora, one of the most breathtaking and unbelievable places on Earth. Rising dramatically from the plains of central Greece, these towering rock formations seem almost impossible, but what makes them truly extraordinary is what sits on top of them. Centuries ago, monks built monasteries on these massive cliffs to escape conflict and live closer to what they believed was heaven. At the time, reaching them was incredibly dangerous. Supplies and people were lifted using ropes, baskets, and wooden ladders suspended high above the ground. Even today, the sight of these ancient monasteries balancing on towering pillars of rock leaves visitors speechless. As the sun rises and clouds drift between the cliffs, Meteora transforms into a landscape that feels more like a fantasy world than a real place. For over 600 years, these monasteries have stood against time, gravity, and the elements. And looking at them today, it's hard to believe that human hands ever built them at all. Would you dare spend a night on top of these sky-high cliffs?